Everyone talks about what to eat to burn fat, but not many people are talking about when. And honestly, your meal timing can make or break your results. Doesn't matter how healthy you eat, you could be sabotaging your fat burning potential without even realizing it. Because your body isn't burning fat 24/7. It's either in a fed state or a fasted state. And those two states, they trigger completely different metabolic processes. When you eat too late, snack too often, or start your day with the wrong meal timing, you're basically telling your body to store fat instead of burning it. I'm Kait, a nutritionist who specializes in insulin resistance, blood sugar balance, and sustainable weight loss. And after working with hundreds of clients, I can honestly tell you that when you eat matters, especially for women. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how using simple shifts in your eating schedule can unlock fat burning, support your hormones, and make fasting actually work for your body instead of against it. And I'll show you the device I've been using to track exactly when my body switches into fat burning mode, because guessing doesn't cut it anymore. Okay, so let's start off by talking about one of the most popular fat burning strategies, and that's pushing your breakfast back. When you delay breakfast, you're extending your fasting window, which gives your body more time to stay in that fat-burning state. And this works by keeping your insulin lower for longer, which allows your body to tap into stored fat for fuel. And this is why people who practice intermittent fasting often feel mentally sharp and energized, at least in the beginning. But here's the key, your intermittent fasting schedule has to be sustainable. If you're forcing yourself to fast until noon or 1 p.m., but you feel exhausted, shaky, or hangry, that's a red flag. Fasting should work with your body, not against it. And that's why I recommend most people who are just getting started with fasting start with a 12 to 14 hour fasting window. So if you finish your dinner around 7 p.m., try eating your first meal around 9 a.m. the next day. That alone can give your metabolism a nice boost without burnout. This isn't about skipping meals. It's about shifting when you eat so your body has more time to burn fat efficiently. Now, while pushing back your breakfast can be an effective strategy, it doesn't work for everyone. And honestly, the alternative of having an earlier dinner is so underrated. It can actually be more effective for fat loss to stop eating earlier in the evening than skipping breakfast. This is because our insulin sensitivity naturally drops in the evening and our digestion slows down. So when you eat late, especially a heavy meal, your body has a harder time processing it, and you're more likely to store that energy as fat. On the flip side, eating an earlier dinner gives your body more time to digest that meal, as well as stabilizing your blood sugar and allowing you to enter a fasted state while you sleep. And when you're sleeping is when growth hormone is elevated and fat burning naturally ramps up. Honestly, for a lot of my clients, it's easier to just finish eating at 6 p.m. rather than pushing their breakfast back in the morning. You still get the benefits of a 14 to 16 hour fast just by finishing dinner earlier and having breakfast at a normal time. So if you're trying to burn fat and sleep better, this is one of the simplest changes you can make. And the results speak for themselves. Now I want to talk about the difference between intermittent fasting, fasting in general, and calorie restriction, because they aren't the same. This is where things can go sideways if you're not careful, and especially for women. People hear intermittent fasting and think this means just eat less. But fasting isn't calorie restriction. It's a tool for metabolic flexibility, not a diet. Problems start to arise when people start combining longer fasts with undereating. And especially for women, this can lead to hormonal imbalances, a slowed metabolism, and even stalled fat loss. For women in particular, fasting too aggressively can impact thyroid function, cause irregular cycles, and increase cortisol, which ironically make it harder to burn fat. So you end up feeling miserable, but not getting results. It's a lose-lose. Here's the golden rule. If you're fasting, you need to make sure you are eating enough within your feeding window, and enough protein especially. Ideally, 2 to 3 solid meals. Remember, the goal isn't to starve your body. It's to train it to burn fat efficiently. Now, one of the biggest fat-burning killers is snacking. Every time you snack, even if that snack is healthy, your insulin is going to raise to some degree. And as long as insulin is elevated, fat burning is off the table. Your body is in fat storage mode, not breakdown mode. And this is why I recommend sticking to 2 to 3 solid meals per day with 30 to 50 grams of protein at each meal. If your meals are built properly and if they have enough bioavailable protein, you're not going to have the urge to snack in between. Now, I know I'm going to get some questions about OMAD or 1 meal a day. And while this can work for some people short term, and especially if you have a lot of weight to lose, it is really hard to meet your nutritional needs and especially your protein needs in one sitting. So I find that for most people, 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day is a sweet spot. Okay, so let's get into meal timing and how to know which approach is gonna work best for you. Because remember, it's all about finding something that fits your lifestyle. If what you're doing isn't sustainable, if you can't stick to it long term, then your results aren't going to be long term. Some people thrive with a late morning first meal and an early dinner. Others do better eating a bit later in the day and finishing around 8 p.m. Both can work, but what matters is consistency. The goal is to give your body at least 12 hours without food overnight. When those 12 hours fall depends on your work schedule, your workouts, and what actually feels sustainable. If you're just starting out, don't go straight into a 16-8 fasting window. Start with a 12-12 one. You can build from there and figure out your ideal fasting routine through trial and error. And this is where the KS1 continuous ketone monitor can come in handy. The KS1 continuous ketone monitor from SciBio gives you real-time data on your ketone levels, meaning you can actually see when your body is in a fat-burning state. Instead of guessing if your fasting window is working, you can track it. You'll know if that late night snack kicked you out of ketosis, or whether your fasting window is long enough to actually trigger fat burning. For me, I noticed that when I eat my dinner a little bit earlier, when I don't snack before bed, my ketone levels overnight and in the morning are higher. If I have a late dinner, and of course, if I eat a lot of carbs in the evening, then yeah, my ketones are gonna be lower overnight and lower in the morning. So if you're serious about optimizing your fat burning routine, this tool is one of the most empowering things you can use. I'll put the link to check it out in the description box down below. Right now, SciBio ships to most countries, but not the US, unfortunately. It will be available there soon, so keep an eye out. But I'll put that link in the description box down below, along with a code to save 15%. Now, before we wrap up, because I know I'm gonna get this question, what about meal timing if you're working out? This part is important if you want to burn fat without sacrificing muscle. Now, if fat loss is your goal and if you're working out in the morning, then doing your workout fasted can be beneficial. This is totally okay. Just make sure that your post-workout meal has enough protein. Again, 30 to 50 grams. Now, if you find your workout difficult to perform without eating beforehand, that's totally okay as well. Again, you need to figure out a routine that works for you. So if you're working out in the morning, you can have a little something beforehand. Just again, try to eat your dinner a little bit earlier. This is when tracking can help. With a tool like the KS1, you can see how your ketones shift after training, after meals, and fasting. It's feedback that you can actually use, not just guesswork. All right, I know we've covered a lot in today's video, so let's quickly recap the key takeaways. First off, meal timing matters. Your body processes food differently at different times of the day. Pushing your breakfast later can help to extend your fasting window, but only if it feels good. Eating dinner earlier is one of the easiest ways to improve fat burning and sleep. Fasting isn't the same as calorie restriction, especially for women. You need to eat enough during your feeding window. No snacking should be the ideal. Eat real meals and let your body rest between them. Choose a fasting window that fits your lifestyle and stick with it. And the SciBio KS1 can help you to see exactly when your body is burning fat. Now, if you take away just one thing from this video, let it be this. Fat burning, weight loss don't have to feel miserable. You can get the results you want and feel good doing it. And being strategic with your meal timing is one of the best ways to do this. Now, before you go, remember to check out SciBio and their KS1 continuous ketone monitor. I'll put that link in the description box down below. And let me know in the comments. Have you tracked your ketones before? Are you aware of when you're in a fat burning state or a sugar burning state? Let me know in the comments down below. And also let me know what your current eating window looks like because I'm really curious to hear. Thanks guys for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.